Laughing Fox enters the Preakness on the heels of a win in the inaugural Oaklawn Park Invitational for 3-year-olds. He's trained by Steve Asmussen, goes out. Ricardo Santana Jr. will have the ride. Very clearly, this is a horse that has top flight connections. The question now becomes, is he good enough to win on a stage like this, like the Preakness? You see from a career best number of 91 on the Beyer scale. Probably not fast enough, going to need to take a significant step forward. The interesting thing for me with Laughing Fox, I gave him a look in the Rebel 3 starts back. Arkansas Derby, I said maybe you want to use him underneath. He came along with a little bit of a bit at the end. He did finish tenaciously in this Oaklawn Invitational. We're going to take a look at that replay right now. You can see they're getting ready to round the far turn. The fractions have been swift, and I think that helps a horse like Laughing Fox, certainly. He's going to be about mid-pack, rolling up on the far outside in the blue silks with the white sleeves. The big concern for a horse like this is twofold. The speed figure question, which, again, he's going to need to answer that, no question, but also the pace situation, where he feels like he is genuinely a one sort of run dependent on pace kind of horse, where if they don't go fast in front of him, it's going to be very difficult for him to take advantage. And you see him here. He finishes tenaciously. He goes. He's going to prevail by about a neck. Night Ops tries to come back just on the inside. I look at him and say, I think Laughing Fox will run all day. The question is, again, is he fast enough? And if he doesn't get the big pace to run at, how does that ultimately affect his chances of winning? To me, he's that kind of horse that you're probably looking at perhaps better used underneath, unless when the PPs come out here in a few days, you look at it and you say there's speed on top of speed on top of speed, and you think he's going the right way for Asmussen and company. Perhaps he's going to be an upset special. Maybe you want to give him a little bit more extra credit for that Oaklawn Invitational, simply because you take a look at the chart and formulator, you can see Laughing Fox is really the only one of the top 4 that came from any sort of distance out of it. The top 3 were all relatively close to the front end, including 33 to One Shot Proverb, who was out there cutting out the fractions. So maybe you want to give Laughing Fox some extra credit. He was also wide down the backside and rounding the far turn, but I think all of those things, look, I've maintained, I understand you want to save ground, shortest distance around the racetrack. If I have a horse coming from the back, I would rather be a little bit wide and make sure that I don't get stopped than have to try to weave through traffic. Laughing Fox, I think, is an interesting underneath candidate. I don't know that I'm sold on his chances of winning a race like the Preakness. But again, if you get big pace and you think he takes another step forward here on Saturday afternoon, maybe Laughing Fox is going to be an interesting big price that can get the job done in the Preakness.